Hey, ladies, it's Coach Julie here with your mental performance coaching today. This Sunday, since we're going to be up in Traverse City, I wanted to pre-record something for you to watch. You can watch it on your way to Traverse City today, but I just wanted to give you some reminders to continue to practice your snapback anytime you make a mistake, because then when you make a mistake in the game, you will naturally use your snapback. Remember again, it's inhale, say your snapback word, and then as you exhale, do your motion. Practice giving yourself that high five mantra. Remember, I gave you a sheet of all the mantras. It's in your text messaging. I believe in myself and my abilities. We can all say that to ourselves. These are all great mantras that anyone can do. And something about a mantra is you have to believe it, because if you don't believe it, it's not going to come to fruition. But you should be looking in the mirror and giving yourself a high five no matter when you see yourself. Because when you do that, it automatically tells your brain, I am capable. I am good enough. I am enough. So last week, I gave you an exercise to write your affirmation, and I tried to help you a little bit. You should be created those, and you should forward me through text messaging. You can send it in the group or you can send it just to me, but I need you to send me your affirmation. You only need to write one. It needs to be in the first person. It needs to be present tense, and it needs to be positive. Don't use any negative words in it. So let me give you a couple examples. So if you don't have one, you can steal one, because I want you to figure out what you want and then write your affirmation. So I'm going to give you some examples, and if you like it, you can write it down and use it. Okay. So here are some batting goals. I will consistently make solid contact and trust my swing. I am fully capable of hitting 500, 400, whatever your number is this softball season. Every at bat, I will stay focused, relaxed, and confident. I perform at my highest level and hit 500 this season. See how those are present tense. It's already as if it has happened. So you're writing it as if you are there now. You might not be there right now, and that's okay. That's why we practice. Here's some pitching goals. I will stay calm, focused, and in control. I consistently hit my spots with confidence and precision. My mechanics are smooth. My mind is clear, and I hit my spots with ease on almost every pitch. I trust my preparation and stay locked in on my target every pitch. Now, those were three, and I should have paused in between each one. I apologize. But you pick. What can you continually say to yourself when you're up there pitching? Because your brain hears yourself talk to yourself. And when you say, oh my gosh, I have 3 balls and I need to pitch a strike, what do you think you're going to pitch if that's your mindset? So flip it, make it positive, make your mindset tell yourself what you will do in a positive way. Here's one for injury. I am strong, patient, and committed to my healing. Every day, my body grows stronger and prepares me for my return. Here's another one. This time of healing is building my strength, resilience, and mental toughness. I trust the process and believe in my recovery. So what I want you to do is let go of the perfectionism, okay? We all have it. We all think we need to be perfect, but there is no human on this planet that is perfect, and we all make mistakes. And when you admit those mistakes is when you become a true human. So this week, I want you to brainstorm all those expectations that you may have about softball, because maybe you're thinking unrealistic expectations of yourself. You're thinking, I'll never miss a pop fly. I'll never miss a hard ground ball hit to me. I'll never strike out. If those are your expectations, let me assure you, all of those things are going to happen. You're going to miss a pop fly. You're going to miss a hard ground ball. You're going to strike out. It's just things that happen in our sport. So when that happens, forgive yourself. Maybe you think your parents have expectations of you that are unrealistic. And maybe your parents don't even have those expectations. So they say, or you think that they're saying, you need to hit the ball every time, or don't miss any balls hit to you. You need to let that go. Let those things go because they are weighing you down. And that's when one mistake leads into two and two lead into three because you're all up in your own head telling yourself how bad you suck and how bad you just screwed up. So what is your brain thinking? Screw up, screw up, screw up, screw up. What's going to happen next? So get rid of that. Remember to control the controllables. You are the controllable. You can control your own mind. When a mistake happens, what do? Do you get mad? Do you throw your bat? Do you yell at someone? Do you blame someone else for your mistake? Do you ignore your teammates when they're trying to encourage you or give you a high five? No, don't do any of those things. College coaches don't want to see that. They want to see a coachable kid, someone who is using the tools that I gave them and they're using their snapback when they make a mistake. They're not saying anything to anyone except themselves. You miss a hard ground ball? Oh, well, it happens. Think about what you could have done differently. Evaluate yourself. Don't criticize, critique. Critique yourself on what your mechanics were. How could have you fixed that? Use your snapback. Breathe in, say your word, use your motion, reset, let it go. Use your breathing I've taught you. I've taught you box breathing where you inhale and you can make it any number. We did the count of 4. You can do the count of 5, the count of 6. I wouldn't go any more than the count of 6. I find it's a little bit difficult. But that's where you inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. You could do the hot cocoa breathing when something bad happens. Let it go. Okay. Change your thought, change the result. Remember the tear process I told you? Your thought triggers an action. Your thought triggers an emotion. Your emotion creates an action, and the action creates the result. So instead of thinking I suck, think I need to work on this more. Instead of having the emotion of being pissed off and not talking to anyone and slamming your body around or your bat or your glove or whatever, give yourself grace. Understand that everyone makes mistakes and it's okay. You don't want that mistake to lead into one, to the next, to the next. Instead of yelling, throwing, ignoring your teammates, thank them for their encouragement. Give them a high five. And then trust the process. Trust your mechanics. Trust the practice. Because when you practice in a way that you perform, you will only get better and improve yourself. So remember, use the tools I've given you. I'm also going to send you a visualization. It's called the backpack visualization. And I would really love for you to listen to it a couple times this weekend, either before competition, after post-competition, or whenever it fits into your schedule, the ride up to Traverse City. So that's your homework. Send me a text message with your affirmation. That's what you were working on. I gave you some examples. Make sure you text that to me because that's what you're going to be working on this weekend. Anytime you make a mistake, you're going to do your snapback, and I want you to tell yourself that affirmation. Because when you say it, your brain believes it, and you will transform into the person that you truly, truly want to become. So I am so looking forward to a great weekend with all you ladies. And remember, mistakes happen, move on. It's okay. But it's not okay to bring yourself down. It's not okay to bring your teammates down. We are there for one another. And I truly hope that using your tools will help the entire team connect and bond. And I'm looking forward to us playing. Best wishes and good luck. See you guys soon.